years ago. And one very fascinating thing about the global economy, and I don't think Indonesians even understand the degree to which their dynamic trade network of bringing commodities, using the monsoon winds to go back and forth to trade products all around the Indian Ocean, all around the South China Sea, around the Pacific. It influenced the way that the modern global economy works. The world's first joint stock company, right? This is a business practice that revolutionized how business is done. Because before, if you think about the Portuguese, before the Dutch, the only way the Portuguese ran sort of like a mafia cartel, where you buy a pass from the king, and you go over to the Portuguese go over to Southeast Asia and use gunboat diplomacy to their very short-term economic interests. Buy as much, steal as much spices and commodities as you can. Very short-term thinking, and go back and dump those on the market. And right, and so if we look at prices of commodities coming to Europe, the graph from 1500 to 1700 looks like this. Price goes scarcity, price goes very high. Flood the market, price crashes, and it creates an incentive for competitors like the Dutch to say, hey, we could do that differently, because if we have a long-term strategy, if we're thinking in decades and centuries rather than in one ship passage back and forth about the market, then we could really build an incredible empire. And that's exactly, so the Dutch, actually they, in industrial espionage, the Dutch stole 100 years of Portuguese intelligence, gathered from slowly working around Africa, writing about the peoples and the cultures and the products in India, in Southeast Asia. A Dutchman stole that